Yeah. And we know you see who we got here. It don't need no introduction, right? But for just to be formal, we're gonna introduce the guy, man. He's damn near icon in the city, man. You done seen him in movies.
Hey, good looking, baby Creek.
Well, call me that.
You seen him moving around with CeeLo Green, and you seen him shaking and moving. He always shaking and moving, right?
You see me in the mask jig.
You see him in the mask jig, right?
The right mask jig?
In the mask jig, worshiping his Lord. That's the top of the list.
I'm glad.
None of it a tone truck, man.
I mean, with a big
What's
screen.
good, homie? Somebody.
To the point, we gonna get straight to the point.
And then we gonna start off, right? Just to give people a glimpse into who you are, right? Like I said, I started off saying, when I first encountered you, right, you was moving around with CeeLo Green.
Brother.
Right. And then
5-time Grammy winner, CeeLo Green, right?
5-time Grammy. Goody
Shout
Mob.
out to CeeLo Green, man.
Right.
Big up the
Moving around, he was doing music.
First rapper in Philly to do a music with CeeLo Green. Did an album with CeeLo Green. Traveled the world with CeeLo Green.
Shit, man.
You know, I was having some legal issues in Philly. CeeLo Green opened his door to me. His mansion, his farm. He gave me the farm and mansion, not just for me, but for my comrades. You know, we out there making salat. You know, on the acres and all of that. But go on, I just got to splash on.
I gotta get to the point. I wanted to start from that point.
I'm gonna get a ground level started.
Believe that.
Yeah, I wanted to start from that point because I wanted to ask, right? When I saw you moving around with CeeLo, I often, you know, when you in the business, you look at things from a business perspective. So I was looking in like, damn, is he ink with Main Man? Is he just friends?
Yeah.
So what was the actual deal, and how did you acquaint CeeLo?
I actually, mashallah, man, everything is the cut of the law. So I was in New York City. I was at a meeting in New York City. It's a great story to tell. I went to New York City for this meeting at MTV Jams.
Okay.
This is years and years ago. This is like 2009, 2010.
Right.
So just so happened that day I had the meeting, I'm bringing my video in. It's the first video I spent my own money. Unlike a lot of Philly rappers, I want to say that too. A lot of Philly rappers that y'all all know, that we all know and love, they all had like a big homie when they came into this. They had somebody paying for studio time, paying for their clothes, taking them around.
Right.
I'm one of the only rappers when they first saw me, I was paying for everything. I was the big homie. I was the leader. So even when I was making mistakes, it was trial and error. I was learning. I didn't have the people that we know in the city to be the guys that, and I'm shouting them out, not dissing them, but, that had like a Charlie Mack or a Daoud Bey or any of these guys, who's Mark and Sherm.
Right.
Even that corny DJ what's the cornball DJ from Philly? Oh, Cosmic Cat, him. I didn't have any of them guys, so I had to always, even that day, the reason I brought that up, that inspired that thought is, when I had that meeting with MTV, I met with somebody named Tuma Basa. Tuma is still a heavyweight. You probably know Tuma.
I heard of the name.
Tuma, he damn near run YouTube, man.
Okay.
So when you see Wallow doing like avenues on YouTube, which is huge, shout out to Wallow, it's a big network.
I think he gave Wallow a gig, bridge some type of gig with the CEOs.
Yep, so that's Tuma. So one of the things Tuma said to me, he's like, you can't be doing your thing. But he literally said to me, he's like, why don't you, because that same day, while I was in my meeting, Charlie Mack was in the lobby to represent Meek Mills. At the time, he was trying to get Rose Red video on.
Same time.
Same day.
Right.
So imagine, we both chasing our dreams. As people say, we both dream chasing. But he got Will Smith right hand, like 50 years in the industry. And I'm in there drawing me and one of my comrades. You know what I mean? I got the person who basically like my security at the time. We couldn't afford security then, so one of my sahabas just holding me down in New York.
Right.
So the law blessed me because that day I had the meeting, they really was trying to front on me. He was like, why you don't have a Marcus Sherm? He naming them by name.
Right.
How these guys.
Like you ain't come up here like that.
And I'm just like, yo, that ain't my path. You know what I'm saying? Like my path different. I'm self-made. I'm popping my shit.
Right.
So I leave, and I left feeling like kind of salty when I walk out. Even when I saw Charlie Mack has never really showed me no kind of love. He don't owe me nothing, but whatever. He's Muslim, but I walked past him. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, we get in the car. I felt like a wasted trip. We go to the lobby, and my man who I'm with, like, CeeLo Green at the time, that CeeLo Green is on top of the world. His voice always going around. He in that joint, big ass fur coat on. I look over, it's him and Git from Goody Mob and they honorize, but when we look over, I read CeeLo Green lips. He said, "You go Tone Trump."
Ooh,
He knew who you were. I was. So now it's like, you know, being from Philly, we big on, I don't want to be Joe. I'm getting on my man, like, nigga, stop looking, nigga, we ain't fuck them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm fronting, like, but in my head, I'm like, oh shit. Even though
at that point, it wasn't Joe.
It wasn't Joe, but still being a Philly nigga, I can't fuck all that. We out. They come stop me. Hey, yo, what you doing? We watch you all the time on the internet. I was going crazy, you know what I mean? So the niggas show love. And literally, like, bro, just to give the youngin some game on networking. When he showed that love, I was grateful. I didn't ask for anything. I didn't even think like, let's do music. I wasn't ready to do music with CeeLo right there. So I just nurtured the relationship. You know what I mean? We check on each other. You know, if he was close to the area, I bought him.
It was organic.
It was organic. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, the music part of it came way later. But to answer your question about the deal, we did a partnership.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm past record deal level now. So any situation I do, there's always a partnership. I bring value, they bring value, and then we bring value.
That's how it's gotta go.
MashaAllah. And CeeLo is somebody who's like, that's really my brother. Like I said, you know, through our relationship, I went through financial ups and downs, I went through legal troubles, and he never fronted. Like I've met so many people in this industry that are known as real niggas and all that, and I haven't seen them do a lot of real stuff. I called that brother one day and was like, yo, bro, it's getting real for me. This going on.
He was right there.
Man, bro.
Shout out CeeLo, man.
He was beyond there, man. And not just him, his whole team, his family, his lady, you know, his Sabrina, the management, everybody. And not just me, bro. Like, I had real guys, if you know what I mean, at the mansion with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, some real guys.
He opened the shop.
He one of us, man.
He gotta be some kind of thorough to do that. Shout out CeeLo Green.
I've been around a lot of people in this industry. You know, I've had other deals with other people where I've brought people around and them kind of men, and they make them guys uncomfortable because them guys really ain't that. So I had other guys pull me to the side, they bro, man, hands in the man. And CeeLo was like, I love them niggas, man.
Good money.
You know what I'm saying?
Good money.
And make dua for him because he's definitely, you know, I don't even say this on camera a lot, but he's been giving a lot of dollars, man.
Allah guide you, man.
Allah guide you.
And how long
it is, right? On your journey, right? We just say that was the initial step, right? Open the door, right? Where you say for yourself then start to blossom, you start seeing closer to that, I mean,
for me, I got
vision you trying to get to.
For me, it was different. I had so many different moments where, like, almost kind of like you feel like you made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like that was a big moment. But I gotta honestly say, if I was to, like, say a moment, probably my relationship with K Slay. And I say that because,
Rest up, K Slay.
Rest up, K Slay, man. It's a brother I love dearly, man.
Slay fell to that cool, man.
Slay fell to that cool, man. But I tell you something, man. Like, I spoke earlier about that lame DJ in Philly, right? And at the time, I'm going crazy. Like, I got the internet on smash, all my thing. And he was the biggest DJ in Philly was Blackball. No exaggeration. I know a lot of people complain about that guy. A lot of people complain about that guy, but they really just mad. Like, they'll say, man, he ain't play my music. He played my music. That wasn't enough for me. You know what I mean? Like, one of our last times we talked, he literally was like, man, I played your song last night. What's your problem? And I'm in a broken relationship. I'm in the get into the bag. I want to sit down with you because I know the labels was coming to you about me. And the labels was telling me, I met with Def Jam one time at the Lowe's Hotel.
Right.
And the first thing they said, hey man, what you doing to Cosmic Hill?
No.
I'm like, what you mean? Thank you. Hate you.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Even in 2012, I had signed with Jeezy, right? The president at the time was us.
Oh, you ate something with Jeezy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So at the time, shout out to Snowman, shout out to the old CTE. The president of the label at the time was a guy named Carbon 15. Carbon had told me, you know, like, yo man, you know, and this is old, so I'm not trying to diss nobody, but it's real. It's my story, and I haven't never talked about this on camera. But y'all my brothers, so I want to give y'all this piece. But Carbon told me, he was like, yo man, when we called about signing you know, Cosmic Kev basically was like, don't do it. Wow. So just think real quick. Stop right here. This is at the time, being transparent, I'm still selling drugs. I'm in Philadelphia, risking my life and my freedom every single day. Even born in New York, bro. We ride in New York. This before, now I got armed security. MashaAllah. Time I came with the right way, the legal way. But before that, we was going to New York with guns under the hood. You know what I'm saying? We getting pulled over every time. Bro, no exaggeration. We got pulled over. That Philly, New York ride, wallahi, we got pulled over hundreds of times. And by the mercy of Allah, we might have got, in trouble maybe once or twice and different stuff, and alhamdulillah, we got through it. But that's a tough joint, because in New York, they gave Lil Wayne 3 years.
Listen, my brother,
they gave Lil Wayne 3 years, they gonna give me 300.
Listen, my brother got picked years ago with a burnout in New York. He was in right for
joint in Philly, right? But I say that to say, Cosmic Kev had a chance to really, and mashallah, because when you got a law on your side, you always got the advantage. Because guess what? I still wound up doing a situation with Jeezy, touring with them for 2 years, got records with him, first artist from Philly. Philly loved Jeezy.
Right.
Do your homework. Nobody in Philly ever had a record with him before me. After me, Jill Scott was on his album, but who from Philly got Jeezy? Think about it. All these great rappers. Mac didn't even have that Jeezy song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
you get a video with it.
Right. I got videos with him, I toured with him, all of that. But long story short, my own city was trying to stop it. They even told me Gilly said negative things. A fellow Muslim, you know what I'm saying? And I've never said nothing negative about no Philly artist in no situation that can help. Even niggas I can't stand. This niggas I think is lame. I told y'all off camera. Yeah. This dude's in Philly at rap I think is super duper lame. But when them cameras come on, I don't ask about them, or when them cameras are not on, even in private, bro, I might not rave about it, but I ain't gonna do something. Right, I ain't gonna do that.
It's funny, right? It's funny, right? Because you bridge me into something that I see that I can discuss with you, right? Because you seem like you're on level, right, with that. We had a thing going on amongst each other, right, about how you have relationships with cats, right? And cats might be shaking and moving a little bit more than you. Yet y'all come from the same trench, the same struggle. Y'all so close, y'all know each other's admirations. They know your talent, they know everything going on. And they may shake and move and get next to somebody of prestige. And then they start, we call it, acting Hollywood on you. This our shit we got going. We call it acting Hollywood. They acting Hollywood, right?
Right.
And we just came across it, John, similar to that. We getting certain guys, right? Yo, come on the podcast, right? That we know close up, right? Damn near family. That's moving and shaking on some shit now with some prestige, next to some people with some prestige. And it's seeming like they stunting. It's been how many months I've been trying to get you, right? And see how you jump right on you, and you probably got more going on in this cat I'm talking about. What I'm trying to say,
I definitely do.
I know you do. But what I'm trying to say,
I don't know who you're talking about.
But what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is, we talking on the same page of this Hollywood shit, the shit that, why do Philly act like this, man? What the fuck is going on? Excuse my language with it.
I'm gonna tell you something. The prophet, peace and blessings upon him, say one does not truly believe. So you want for your brother what you want for yourself, and love for your brother what you love for yourself and your sister as well.
Right.
And in Philadelphia, we get a lot of criticism. A lot of people say, it's all these Muslims, People gotta understand, for one, there's a difference between a Muslim and a praying Muslim.
Big difference.
That's the first thing.
I've always been Muslim, but I haven't always been a praying Muslim. When I wasn't a praying Muslim, I wasn't a great friend. I wasn't a great father. I wasn't a great artist. I wasn't great at nothing.
Right.
I was great at getting in trouble and doing nut shit. I was great at hurting women. I was great at, you know what I'm saying?
You just had the Taslim on your tongue. You just knew how to, somebody go.
Yeah. But that, but like I said off camera, Assalamu alaikum is no longer a password.
Right.
So it's like a lot of times things happen, like the brothers you dealing with, you're saying it's acting Hollywood, brothers don't be having no light in their heart. So a lot of times they don't even mean no harm, bro. And then when they get into that world, there's so much smoke and mirrors. A lot of times cats can't bust moves for you because they not in like they tended to be in.
Right.
I've been there before, where people thought I could do way more than I could. People thought I had. Even now, alhamdulillah, Allah provides for me, but people in my community, my ummah, think I got, bro. If y'all would believe how many DMs and texts I got this month alone with, sound like, brother, I know you got your own family and stuff, but I'm $700 short on my rent. And if I know one person, then 50 new people come up. So it's like heavy
you got this type of cat.
So you got here you go. So sometimes, and I'm not defending them things by any means, but sometimes that do be the case. A lot of times, this is a smoke and mirrors game.
No, Pete, right, Tom? I'm not a cat that come around wanna ask for favors, right?
Yeah, not at all. I don't get that from you at all.
Most of the time, I'm a cat that's doing something for somebody, or somebody is benefiting from me some kind of way,
I'm the same
right? So when I come up with something as mere as I'm gonna sit on a podcast with me, right? And you blow smoke at me, you know, it just
I
make
wish
me.
I knew what you was talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna see this how thorough I am.
Like that.
I'm gonna hold it down. This
Right.
how, listen, cuz we gonna get to know each other. This how
And when you tell me, I'm gonna expose you, baby.
no. My thing is this, cuz I'm the type of dude. I'm gonna say this on camera, right? I deliberately, I'm deliberately thorough, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all that underlying shit that you may get or you think you gonna get from the average cat, you ain't gonna never get that from me, man.
But is that?
I'm always trying to do the right shit at the right time.
But let's ask him a good question.
Right.
Is that your fault or their fault? Because I started to blame myself. That's why, I'm the only artist that ever was affiliated with Jeezy that is not dissing him right now or has dissing him.
Right.
Because even with my disappointments in that situation, I step back and I take accountability and I say, what did I do wrong?
Right.
I know what I did wrong in that situation. I know, and that don't mean Jeezy was perfect. There's a lot of shit where I'm like, damn, I can't believe. But for me, as a Muslim, you know, one of the biggest lessons I got in that CTE situation, I was putting too much into a man. I believed the music, I believed all this stuff. So when I got around this brother, now I remember being in the studio one time. We was in Miami at Circle House. I never forget this. I'm at the board because I don't write with a pen. I listen to the beat. I'm like writing in my head, right? And the nigga Jeezy comes up next to me, right? And he like working on the song. He's like, yo, I got this idea. I wanted to say da 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 in the beginning of my song. Then it's Jeezy. This is the nigga. I was literally bagging up. Me and my brother Mossberg used to bag up the Trap or Die. Now this guy is next to me. I'm not Beanie Siegel or Freeway. I'm not the guy who rapped since I was 4 and all of it. No, I was the guy who, when I first started rapping, the whole city whacked it. So I worked and prayed and earned and fought and risked my life for freedom to be in that studio in Miami for this man who was my favorite rapper to say, can I get on your song and sing? I'm like, and I remember this moment when I looked over, I was like, oh shit, that's young Jeezy. Like, I'm like, with that feeling I had right there, I'm the lame, not Jeezy. Like, I'm the lame for believing them words and all that shit. This man ain't, he a man, he a human being.
Right.
He just made it in rap and all that shit, but behind all of that, who the fuck cares?
Right.
You don't even fear the law, you never even said lay. So it's like, who's this guy? But I was caught up.
You weren't trusting the mirrors, to smoke the mirrors.
So for me now to be like, man, he ain't this, he ain't that. No, what was I at that time? What was I on? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta do self-evaluation.
Right. Like the brother he talking about who's not doing an interview. Hey bro, you been knew he was a lame. But you made excuses on him because that's what we do as brothers as well. So now when you think about, when you're ride home today, think about all the lame shit he did before you ever had a podcast and say, why not even expect him to be thorough with you, my brother?
Right? You gotta say that, right?
I'm thinking about it now. That's my big brother.
Right?
He know.
Listen, I like to cut the fat off.
And he know the nigga right too. That's why he about to add with it right there. Because he know who we're talking about.
I love the first 2 bars,
Right.
right?
No, look, I'm gonna keep it even because
It's
get
a
to the
clip
point.
real fast.
It ain't no one nobody. It's a bunch.
Oh yeah.
There's a bunch of cats take on this cat and risk.
I've been through that
It's
too.
one man somebody, right? And it's really 1, 2, 3 main somebody that's up there, and there's a lot of local jokers in there, right? I'm gonna keep it focused on where I know my man was coming from, right? I'm gonna keep it like this. Matter of fact, stop what you're doing, man. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Now, man, share it with a friend. This is some high level content.
And let me say, and to my audience, because my audience, y'all watch me on different platforms. These brothers right here, I never knew nothing about their show. This brother reached out to me and he said who he was. And I'm big on, referrals. And I had some very great brothers that I love and respect speak to me about him. years ago. It wasn't even about no podcast.
It's just about character.
It's about character. It's about
a lot of blessings,
like that's one of my favorite view artists. Like when people comment on that, I always say, that's better what they think of me. You gave me chills with that. Make better what they think of me and forgive me for what they don't know about me because I'm fucked up. But alhamdulillah, may Allah reward you for as a dad because he was speaking about you. You know, this was I never forget. I was coming back from Umrah.
Good.
And one of the things they were saying, I went down to Peak for it was having like the Stop the Violence joint, free TV bait too. They was down there doing something for the Stop the Violence joint. Chief was like, I want you to do this, my man. Mass J, anything with the Mass J, and alhamdulillah, people always try to line me up with it. Right. That's a good thing. But alhamdulillah, and that's why I'm here.
It's the cut of
It's the cut of
But listen, we gonna stick too, man. I'm vibing with you. We gonna stick hard.
We work.
Right. So you bring the beat back one time, right? We rub elbows with certain dudes till the skin come off. With other dudes, we bump head until the skin up our forehead. Right? So read between the lines. There's some Kafirs that's up close, real close, right? And there's some Muslims that's real close. There should be no words spoken, but for them saying, come on, you doing that? Come on, I got it.
If you knew the level of acquaintance.
Right, so that's not being said. Right, so that's not being said. So I'm going to bust my gun. I'm not going to be around my homies, sorority homie. You eating chicken cheesesteak every day, and you feeding some motherfucking cornflakes. Nah, I want some of that chicken cheesesteak, man. Right? Because a brother posting, like you said, want for himself and he want for him.
But if they under the regime of the Catholic.
No, that's I'm gonna give you two different people.
Right, I was about to say,
give them the Muslim style.
Give them the Muslim style, right? This is the one who changed down my forehead with me, I mean, tap bar and everything up, right? But when it comes down to sharing that chicken cheese stick, this is the Arthur Daniel nose look to separate I'm better than, I ain't in the mud no more like that, and I ain't reached my hand back to help nobody get out of the mud. Get it how I get it.
No, but they come in the mud and still take from the mud.
No, this is the twist.
So put that part of it.
And need the mud to protect them.
No, this is what you're trying to say. Whenever some real beef, heat, even impersonal and indirect,
They on another line, they on certain
they
people's lines.
hitting the real to try to get some shelter, to try to get some
Protection, some resolve.
clear this smoke away. You know, I got this going on. All this GSB bull crap, right? Then you got the Catholic, who coming from that perspective first. It's scary, they're a little timid. I know brothers that's under, my young boy probably would have put a pussy to the certain jokers, right? And took from them the physical thing. But instead they take from them the finesse thing. You understand? On the strip of me, because it wasn't me that took from the physical. Now they pickpocket take me, and I'm still taking. Then they still come back. So they can show this whole card. But now when it's time to get the car protected, the car gets protected, ain't asking for nothing. You see where it can be provided the help should be uninsured help. You understand? Off the friendship relationship.
Talking too real. That's too much common sense for this world.
Right.
But this is where the barrier breaks and friendship becomes bad. And it start to become fraud shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so we ain't no longer rubbing elbows to help each other get out this dirty situation. I'm rubbing elbows driving me down in this shit. You get what I'm saying?
1,000%.
So I don't like in myself. I told my woman this the other day. I gotta get better with resentments.
Man, Lord, you eat on me. I gotta work with that too.
You know what I mean?
I struggle with that too.
Cause I don't like the front and face shit. Keep that over there. I can't I gotta be straight up. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna be the first one to say I was wrong, man. Can you accept my apologize? Accept my apology? If you can't, I understand. I still was a man that came to you. Cause for real, if I ain't give a fuck about you, when they got none of that.
Yeah, apologizing.
I want to say this here.
Apologizing ain't easy.
In a nutshell, right? I'm from Philly, so I can only speak on my experiences here. And I look at my city in a whole, and I go past and present. I've been running around this city before a lot of this bullshit was even in play. You know, when you strip all the shit that we different dudes, man.
From the thing?
Yeah,
we shit, I gotta get out of here fast.
Listen, from Brick City, we certain age and all, we ain't no young, we came through some trenches.
Right.
And we was in the fucking middle of the trenches,
Going
hard and come through that shit. And everybody, whatever penitentiary, whatever street corner you go to, and like you said, the mags and all that shit is solid. The names are solid. You can't never find nothing. You can't blemish my joint. And I don't wear that on my sleeve. I don't run around with that. That's why you might not see me. You might not know me. But all the guys that stand up with their chest poked up like this and everybody calling their name and shit, when they look in certain guys' eyes like us, they know what it is. That's what I'm saying. They look at us with the other real look. I know, you know I know the stuff. You know what I'm talking about? We them type of dudes. So we don't bootleg. We don't do shit to compromise our arm. We just go hard at what we want to do and do it.
You don't have to.
Yeah, especially
now.
Self-made shit, right?
Like what y'all did, like, I mean, brother, we discussed this, confirmed all this yesterday.
Right.
But guess what? We don't got a bootleg when we got our own. He said, yo, man, we can come to you. I said, come do this at my building. He bought his own cameras. He bought his own microphone. We don't got to chase nobody. Y'all ain't got to chase nobody. Y'all doing it.
That's all I know how to do.
That's all I know how to do.
And guess what? It's been doing me fine. I gets in the rooms. We been in the room. I ain't even starting. Many people know you looking at shit, man. We done been in, we know people. I just don't like throwing names and shit. Because my thing ain't on that merit. I'm always on my own merit.
You don't have to either because you have great character.
I'm
gotta get that. Like one thing about it, man, the playing field is different now. It's like those cell phones are like TV cameras now. So we all, like you guys, got a great chemistry with each other. You're just one episode away from this being the biggest thing in the world.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean?
And we feel it.
One thing the nigga Jeezy said to me that always stuck to me one day. We was on a tour bus one day, and he said something so simple. He said, "This shit ain't rocket science. It's not rocket science. Like shit is not. You know, if these brothers put up these cameras every single day and film content, shit's gonna work. The thing is, you gotta keep pushing. That nigga that's front on that interview. That nigga that's front on that interview.
Free after him.
Right.
Got mad. The fuck never stopped. What the niggas know. But I'm a human being, so it get to a point sometime that
it hurts me all the time.
You gotta, it get to the point where it's, you gotta let it be known, right, that you ain't that kind of sucker. That kind of sucker like you carrying me, man.
They already know that when you come from something, if you come from something of merit, right? Like I take pride in my elders and raise them, and I try to be an example of that whenever I speak, whether it's interviews, text, phone. When he hit me up, I didn't tell him that I knew who he was already. I didn't tell him that. But I was very receptive. I don't have time today to really do an interview. Oh yeah, I don't. But I knew the other days he picked, I wasn't even gonna be in Philly, so I said, yo, make this time for the brother. We gonna build a relationship.
That's the kind of stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's who you are.
And not only that, but one thing in my experience that I know is in 2 years, when they got a top 50 podcast or a top 20 or a top 10 in Charlotte podcast, they're gonna remember the people.
Yes, sir.
They're gonna remember who they're in front.
Look at this, right?
I've been in this industry long enough to know. I done seen the intern be the big dog at Spotify. That's how long I've been in this shit. So you know, we've been in this shit up. So I seen the guy that go get. I've seen y'all all heard of Shine Jewelers. I remember when Shine used to go get coffee for Ivy and them.
Yeah.
Like I go back like that. I was on house arrest working in the Market Street pool on 11th Street.
Right.
When his name was just Joe, and that nigga used to go to the stand for everybody.
Right.
Hey yo, go get well, he didn't even get to go to the back.
No.
Right. And now he the nigga now.
I done seen it.
We done seen it in this town, so it's like
You know what it's called?
Hey Trump, I tell my boys, man, we don't need nobody to validate us. We validate each other.
Right.
And that's it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We ain't out to prove nothing. You don't want to come and march with us, man. We are shooting tired. We're going to keep marching, man.
Hey,
and that's where that's at, man.
I'm the same way. My thing is one thing, my Zoe's gonna me all the time. She always say, like, everybody don't think like you. You can't be mad. I was watching last week, this past weekend, I was watching, there was a bunch of great events in Philly, Stop the Violence and book bag events. But then I'm seeing like these police informants and these different people, people who still pushing poison and they be like, how you having a community day and they're
interested in
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's me.
Tell you, Trump.
Even like we got young black girls in the audience and then y'all book a female artist who made her whole reputation off being an whore. And then you're calling this a community uplifting day, and then the next day, when one of those little 13, 14-year-old girls is getting smutted out in the back of the alley because you heard the lyrics, it's like, y'all hands not dirty, y'all just say, oh, these kids is this, these kids is that. Philadelphia has had the same leadership since I've been a kid, it's been the same. If we look right now and say who's the top city council person, the top DJ, the top educators at the school district of Philadelphia, all those people all been in power of some sort since I was a kid. Something ain't adding up, bro. Something ain't working.
Isn't that the power that the man once rained down on has shifted in the way that I'm gonna bring all home back to what you said. Right? The male and the female is kind of like flip-flop. And I ain't speak on that ADEFT, X, Y, one step in, one step out, little boy. I'm talking about the straight male and female. You got the men, raised by mostly home-bodied women, single. And most of the men,
make sure y'all listening.
Most of the men is booked, right? And a man that's home with his wife ain't getting no respect from his wife's sister. Most of the time, his wife's girlfriend, right? So what happens? Right? So that man out humping, grinding, ain't getting the respect he's supposed to get, over the top respect.
So what?
Because he's filling the gaps in for the lady son who don't got no father. He might go to his house to pay for his son. So he getting a little bit manhood, but he getting all sensitive DSGS. So he might not be no sucker young boy, but he don't know how to carry his emotions. So now he go outside and somebody call him, tease him, like I used to get teased. Fat, stutter, this, that. But I'm my fight.
So you saw it.
We'll take the new
I get a motherfucker off me. These little niggas now know how to shoot. I got to that later a few times I had to. When niggas, did something totally violated. There ain't nothing to bragging on, so I don't speak on that.
Long time ago, right?
But these niggas now leave with that because their emotions, they don't have no father to tell them to man up.
And
right?
the woman raised.
Now you got the woman. Don't got no daddy. She all chest up. Telling the son, you ought to be a man, pussy. So she got all the nuts. She a female. She ain't no good, she ain't no dyke. But she wearing all this strong, manly shit. So real man want to get with her.
She's been forced to have.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of respect.
Man want to get with her though. That man, she ain't feminine enough. She ain't soft enough. She don't know how to make a beef, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and present it the right way to you. You understand? To make you want to pay that gas bill. to keep that fire burning, make that big lady keep that
But I feel like you're leaning on the women too hard because I feel like it gotta be a reason why that sister got like that. I'm just saying because you gotta know we on camera. So as I say it, I don't want them to think I 100% agree with that because I'm the biggest proponent of the black Muslim woman that you'll ever
Ain't that where I be at most of the time?
He always on the side. I call him Abdul Muslim.
I'm leading up to this because you said.
I just gotta be careful because
Be careful for bottom line.
the women love me, so I don't want them to think I'm with them. I love y'all.
And they love you, but I want you to be. I'm gonna be camera riding on what you said with this. You said that turned them to dirty hoes, right? When they build up from no father, single mother, Mike got a brother in the house, he's running around buck ass wild, ain't got nothing good to tell his little sister, because she running around probably knocking all of his homies, right? Mom got both legs in the air on the weekend, she had throwback Friday nights, dad book. That mother now married Steve Harvey. They grew up through all that shit. And look what happened to Steve Harvey. Is that a dirty hole? That he done took his whole wallet, opened that joint to every black credit card, blue credit card, orange credit card he gave to him. She done knocked off the bodyguard / chef. Big Booty.
Allegedly. We said allegedly.
No, I heard Steve Harvey give a quote in quotations. You know what I mean? So
we gonna say allegedly.
He's goofy though, so I don't want to believe it. He not one of us. Like,
no,
he ain't from
at all.
He
from Marshall.
He far from the left.
Yeah.
But I'm on
I'm with the system now.
No, because that can happen. If you ain't gonna call it even, then Steve Harvey was wrong from a bad picker.
Right, from Gumbo.
So let's go on that. On his selection.
No, listen,
That was a good pick.
We going somewhere.
I don't know though.
That's Steve
I
thing.
don't know though.
That's Steve thing.
Yeah, like for us, like
That's Steve
as somebody that works very hard, like everything I'm doing, right? Every single thing. First of all, I never said this since we've been on camera. Right now we are at MDF Enterprises. When you see that MDF, it stands for Militant, Disciplined, and Fearless. We fear nothing but the law. We had this building right here is black, Muslim owned. Me and my brother Ubayd, we not renting. Ain't no copies running out of the door. 1733 West 3rd Street, Chester, Pennsylvania. Union States, MDF Enterprises. The boutique can be ready by the time y'all watch this. So inshallah, I want to say that. But in defense of that sister,
support.
In defense of that sister, we don't know all that encompasses that.
No.
One thing, in order to be a woman to a man of Steve Harvey's level,
No.
she been there through a lot. And just know what my woman goes through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what I do for a living. Like, I'm nothing without my, obviously by the permission of the law, but I know why being married is half your deed. I know the importance of a female. You can't show me an empire where you're not a strong woman. So it's like, even if Shorty did do whatever, homie is a legend, because I don't get into all that, that's their business. It's like, we don't know what she put up with all through that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not wishing on nobody, because my wife, you know how people like, I don't fight over no girl. I ain't one of them niggas. I fight over mine. I kill you over mine. Let alone fight you. I'm one of them guys. But what I will say is, I just know my woman has wiped my tears in courtrooms. My woman has sat in on murder trials. My woman has been with me when the police got guns in me and my kids' faces and all these different things like that. Those are things that the internet don't know about. So my woman was, and God forbid, may Lord protect me from this, but if your woman goes and does whatever she does, it's like, that can't be the all of her. He's not a bad picker, because you don't know what she, like, that bull was a cold cornball since we heard of him and known him. But that cornball done built the empire that you wouldn't even believe. And if you think that sister ain't got nothing to do with that, crazy. So it's like everything is give, take, and load. It's like when you work with a plug in the streets. You want a plug that has 50 great moments. That one time they go bad, is that the basis of the relationship, or is it the other time? You know what I'm saying?
And
don't get me wrong. That don't mean forgive the bitch. That don't mean take, but. We're not about to sit here and dirty up her woman, because it's like, especially as men, it's like we we was young boys. We cheated 100 times.
That's right.
We find out she even winked at it.
One time.
We ready to burn the
We
city.
ready to burn it down.
And
It's
that's
just
how
brings up to the point, man. Well, we gonna stay away from that type of topic. Period. See, that's another thing that's poison in our community. Speculation and giving off what we feel about other people's lives. That's their lives.
Right.
And we ain't gonna move off on that.
We can use it for example.
You know what I'm saying? But we gotta keep
we
it
can
moving.
learn.
Yeah, because we don't know the whole or that whole situation.
Yeah, right.
We can't say this happened, that happened.
That's why
they don't know what's in our heart.
That's why
you don't know what's in
anytime.
there.
That's why anytime the topic of that such, or I tend to use the word allegation.
No.
Because
That's
that
big.
encompasses
That's good for that. That's a good
the fact that
No.
we're only saying what media is saying. We don't know nothing of that shit like he's saying.
Y'all the media now, though. Remember that?
But
No.
it's my job to say it's
Y'all the
alleged.
media.
But
No,
it's our
you
job
have
to
to
say
say that. You
Yeah,
have to
you
say
have
that.
to say that.
Legally, he has to say that. That's a
No.
great habit to have.
Right.
Because what happens is this
Exactly.
is IP. This is your IP.
There you go.
This is your intellectual property.
No.
So when he leaves with his phone today, he's liable for
There
everything.
you
Y'all
go.
liable for everything.
That's suit. You gotta watch what's suing material.
Right. So
All of that.
you can say anything, but the habit, the brother, mashallah,
No.
get that.
Allegedly.
That's a good one.
I want to
Allegedly.
switch the monotony up a little bit, though,
No.
right?
Hey man, shout out to sis too, man. Come holler at me, sis.
Trump.
Listen to John, right? I see you moving around, like I said, with
Yo, one, can I say one thing real quick? Because I got cut off when I was talking about K-Slade.
No.
Shout out to K-Slade, man. K-Slade called me one time, I never forget. I'm from 54th Street between Morgan and Arch.
Right.
I was on my block. Oh, it's another thing. I'm one of the first Philly rappers. The block I rap about, I bought a house on. You know, when I first got hot, people said, he ain't from West Philly, he ain't.
No.
I bought a, but the block that's telling on me, I own the house that my grandmother lived in. I own it. And I own it forever.
Doing all man shit.
You know what I'm saying? So I want that to be on record. Because you got a million rappers in Philly, all strange blocks. I don't know any that has bought a brick or mortar on their block. Also, for my block, everything y'all see me do in the community, I bring to my block first. Before I give a grocery to anybody, the North 54th Street gonna make sure that they all got groceries. When COVID hit, I made sure when nobody could get them K9 masks, I did a deal directly to make sure that my block had them for the whole COVID.
Lord.
You know what I'm saying? So that I'm very Geo. I'll be honest about that. I ain't from Philly. I'm from West Philly. You know what I'm saying? So, but I say that to say, K-Slade called me one day. I was on the block in the mix doing all nut shit. He told me, he said, you gotta make a choice. You can't do both. He doesn't know me like that. K-Slade said, you gotta do both. I said, Slade, man, if you rock with me, I promise you. I was telling him about the Nut Cosmic Hell. I said, man, they boxing me out. Big homie, he said, listen, man, he said, I'm thinking about putting you on the cover of Street Stunt, his magazine, which is huge. I said, you can't tell me you're thinking about it, man. You gotta do it now. That nigga said, come to the Bronx tomorrow. And from that moment on, every record I ever recorded, he played on Hot 97. My first real record deal, he called me. I was
K-Slade thorough.
Always was thorough. I tell you this, man. I'm not just saying this, man. I'm not just telling you this. If K-Slade would have been in that position in Philadelphia for those 30 years.
Bunch of other niggas have been on. Philly would have been on the map.
Philly would be Atlanta.
Philly got the talent.
Philly would be Atlanta. Because one thing Slade didn't play, Slade wouldn't play no diss record. If I would have sent Slade a record dissing Gilly or Beans or one of them, Slade would have told me why that's not a good look. Why shouldn't you do that? He would have gave me, each one teach me. A real elder or a real OG, like we just be calling niggas, some of you niggas is just old.
Right, OG.
Y'all not legends, y'all just old niggas.
Right.
Like it's like, so let me stick to Cosmic Head. You've been in power in this city for 30 years, and as Muslims we know we're supposed to give and be discreet.
Right.
So who knows, maybe in private this guy is the biggest philanthropist in the world. But we have no history of knowing nothing he ever did positive in this city. Like, we don't got one young boy that's like, yeah, old head, put me to the side, put me under his wing. Like, what DJ that's young that can be like, yeah, he was the one.
I'm going to tell you something, right? I only had one encounter with this guy, right? And that one encounter taught me about how he moved after I started looking in on him and seeing how he moved. But I actually had an encounter, and it was with Jerm. With Jerm was moving around. Jerm had a record deal before.
Jerm from Journalist?
Yeah, Journalist. So-called felt that's my youngin', right? So we shoot up there. We was on the move with some shit. We was doing hard route. And
Jeremy signed the Motown back in the day,
he
right?
was signed to Motown, exactly.
I'm a historian.
So we went and tried to basically took some music to him to play, you know, and he thought it was on a relationship vibe. Long story short, Paul spun me. He spun us. I was with him, so obviously he spun us. So when that taught me,
I'm saying he did that for that 5,000.
no, he didn't even go in. He just put a spin in. He just put a spin in.
Who we talking about, She?
Huh?
Who we talking
Guys,
about?
we kept.
Same boy.
The nigga never came to the door, man.
Right.
That's what happened. Man, he kept a fat off the meat, man. I don't want to assess nobody's character, like my man say, you know what I mean? We ain't
I'm Rebel Base, my big brother, my
gonna
brother.
assassinate character like
bro.
that.
What front of the camera, bro?
No.
Yeah, you come.
No,
Just to make it swat.
Hey, listen, right? I wanted to go here.
This why, and this also why I do my podcast. But we great playing something. We gonna bring in like 4 different people from 4 different shows.
No.
We definitely gotta bring them in, bro.
Let's
Great
do it.
conversation. We definitely gonna have.
Let's do it.
We gonna do. I'm gonna do like a first take type joint. We gonna bring up topics.
Yeah.
We gonna rotate different podcasts.
And go.
Everybody vibe. Everybody network. Y'all definitely gotta invite.
I want to break the monotony up, right? And I'm gonna say this here, right? We was talking about CeeLo, and you was on the move. Was your part in Creed before that acquaintance with CeeLo?
Yeah, wait.
Okay, so
More disrespect to my resume. Man.
No, I'm not. I'm putting the resume out there.
Oh, CeeLo, I told you, I met CeeLo in 09.
Okay.
I didn't do Creed, so, you know, like, bro, I done had so many, like, moments of, like, he asked me something about, like, you know, like, what was that moment? I'm Muslim, so may Allah forgive me. I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but, like, bro, if I talk about the things
You got a
that,
resume.
yeah, like, I got a resume that I feel is unmatched. Even when we talk about, like, who I work with, you know what I mean? Like, when we talk about the art, like, Case Lady, new video is about to come out on the 15th, 200 deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm on there with Snoop Dogg, Raekwon, Ghost, all these different people. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine getting that call. When I got that call, I wasn't doing nothing. I was in high school. I was in the crib on the couch. That's Case Lady. Hey, look, never was nice either. I answered phone. Hey, look, I'm doing a tour. You want to get on the song? Hell yeah.
I like you.
Yeah,
Never met him. Never met him. I like you from a distance.
I don't even know, like literally, like my big brother and my elder. I don't ever remember us even having a conversation like we even laughed and none of this shit. Like anybody that knows Slay will tell you Slay was just
All
seriousness, a G to the highest
I'll
level.
fuck with him for long. I wish I would have
And
met
he's
him.
done so much. Even like when you think about the street stunting, you know, he gave a platform to the thick, black, beautiful women. You know, maybe you had to be like skinny like a swimmer to be a model back in the day. That was Slay that made with these girls with these big old butts and these big old breasts now got a platform to travel, make money, don't gotta be out here laying on their back, they can really be bosses.
I'm glad you're honoring Slay.
Female
I'm glad
bosses,
you're
bro.
doing that, bro.
Oh yeah, man, ask
And it's hip hop 50 man and verse.
Speaking of hip hop,
very appropriate.
Speaking of hip hop 50, I was the only rapper. I had when I signed to Jeezy, I did my show at SOBs.
Right.
They had a list of people that was opening up for me. I said, ain't no way in the world. I said, I need you from Philly. This is my day. I fought for them to have Philly opening acts. You know who my opening acts was? Chill Moody. Look him up now and see what he's doing. But at the time, nobody knew him at the time. Now he selling out the Man in Philadelphia and doing all these, you know, he's doing like a lot of alternative stuff where like street guys don't know what he's doing. But in that other world where it really matters, dude is blowing up. I had, at the time, his name was Young Savage. He was like 15 years old. I had him open up. He now signed to Rock Nation. His name is, he changed his name to Sean Smith.
Okay.
Incredible
I
lyricist.
seen him.
Right, incredible lyricist. But I had the foresight then. The 2 dudes I had open up. Also that same night, the first time since they battled and they had their little beef, I had Cassidy and Freeway on stage together. Freeway rocking while Cass doing I'm a Hustler. Cass rocking while Free doing what we
That's
do.
the kind of stuff I'm
That's
into.
never
Ain't
been
it,
done.
man?
I did that.
Bridging the gap.
I also, but even bigger than that, you talk about Hip Hop 50, and I had Cole Herc and Melly Mel on stage. I'm from 54th Street. How do I even know them to have? I had Cole Herc who invented hip hop. I had him on stage with being free, rocking like he from Philly. Nobody ever did it. You know, niggas get on, and the first thing you want to do is go get the hottest one.
And hit that like button too, man.
Yo, I want to say this here, right?
I can have your content today, man.
Listen, I wanted to go in on the Creed part, right? And just
Can I say this? Not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
To my young artists watching, one of the reasons I got Creed was Cosmic Kev blackballing me, forced my hand. I had to go outside the city, work and navigate. So because I was doing all these different little deals, I was the first coast-to-coast mixtape at the time. It was the most downloadable mixtape site in the world, even bigger than that Pitt. I was the first artist that they did a deal with to sell his music. This is '09, when everybody was saying download. This was in the DVD era, when you had Joey Jihad and Meek and all that. They was all bragging about they fuse and they free downloads wasn't making $1. I was selling digital downloads then, bro. I was selling music on MySpace.
No, I'm gonna keep it real. You know who gave you that? I watched you and Kevin Gates.
That's my brother.
I watched you and Kevin Gates having dinner, and Kevin Gates referenced
having
all
dinner?
that.
You mean we was in Malibu,
Yo,
water, eating gold caviar?
Right.
Oh, all right. I just want to make sure y'all.
And
oh yeah, I
referenced
had that $2,000 shirt on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Look, he
I know my
referenced.
OG like that kind of talk. I know my OG like that. I was out there with that shit on the white linen on and all that. Real Philly ball.
He referenced you being that, what you just said, you was ahead of the game with that digital
But
shit.
you know what's crazy? It took an artist, a multi-platinum millionaire from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to give me those flowers. Think about something. I've always been respectful. I'm the only dude to get on MTV and I still shout out Cool C, bro. I talk to Cool C folks, bro. I can go on my phone right now. If I search Cool C in my text, yeah, Cool said this and Cool. What a rapper. I didn't know him when he was out here winning. I was a baby. But I paid homage. I've always paid homage. Even when I told you
Head to the city.
the figures. I'm the only one shout out, bro. Most wanted. I never hear nobody shout them out. Schoolie D. Boy, Schoolie D to the Philly Hip Hop Awards to me, man. They didn't even know who he was.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So it's like Schoolie D and Biggie and he's the inventor of gangster rap.
There you go. He
Ice-T and all of them.
All of them give him that.
Oh, Ice-T. It's another person I did a deal with.
Yeah.
Ice-T. I just did a deal with Final 11 Productions. The writers right now is on strike.
Right, it's right.
SAG is on strike right now. But I just did a deal to do a TV show, animated show with Ice-T called Shank City. I play a character named Bones. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about deals and partnerships, none of these niggas fuck with me.
Right.
Nobody, you name all them good rapping ass Philly niggas who been hating on me all my career. You watching this show right now, none of y'all can touch me. And I'm not saying that in no humble way. I'm saying it in the most honest, cocky way y'all can think of. And I'm saying this in front of these brothers. And I'm also working on something now with gloves up and guns down, where I'm going to go in there and I'm going to offer an opportunity. I want the Philly rappers to talk all this gangster shit. We're going to go on the ring. We're going to show these kids that we don't got to kill each other. Because I don't like none of you niggas. I'm going to be honest. I don't like 98% of the niggas, but I'm all for unity because I know it's a benefit. But I'm not standing with no rats. I'm not standing with no cowards. I'm not standing with no suckers. And when I say suckers, I don't mean you gotta be no gangster. I'm not no gangster.
And you're not standing no haters and no fake Hollywood boy.
Yeah, keep them niggas away too.
Yeah.
So we got an extra
Can I tap into
Go ahead,
this?
I'm sorry. Wait.
Let me tap into Creed.
Let's talk
You
about
had a major part in Creed.
Wait, I'm talking about Creed. I gotta set this up for you. You talking about Oscar-nominated, Golden Globe, 200 million at the box office.
Creed, the first one that came.
Oh, the one where I portrayed myself.
Yes.
I didn't play T Money.
You played
I didn't play
Trump.
MC Rob. I played. Oh, all right, go ahead.
That peak game.
Right.
What I was wanting to say is, when I peeped you with CeeLo, I peeped you in the movie before that. That's why I was lining it up.
Yeah.
But I didn't equate the two. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they had nothing to do with each other, really.
No, I'm talking about even the person. So I go back and say, oh, that's Main Man.
Right.
You feel me? I saw Creed first.
Right.
Everybody saw Creed.
Give it to me. That's
200 million. Right. 200 million.
Right, so the joint I wanted to say is, before that, did you ever have any acting experience? And secondly, how did you get the part? And thirdly, why you let Main Man sucker punch you?
First, let me answer all three. I gotta answer for all three. Let's do the first.
Trump.
The first, you know, this might be out. I'm gonna get him. No, I got it. You know I got it. So the first thing he said, have you ever acted? I'm from 54 shit. I'm from West Philly. We've been acting our whole life.
Good one.
You gotta act to survive. We from Philly. Y'all from the P. So y'all gotta act more than us. You gotta act, so from all my life. Second thing is also the acting. I portrayed myself in the movie, so I had to be me. To even go further, I changed the whole script.
You did it well.
I changed the whole script. And another thing I did that none of these niggas in Philly, I feel like what it did, when I saw the script, it said Tone and his crew. The first thing I did, Ryan Coogler, the director who also did Black Panther and a bunch of other, the biggest director in the world. I said to Ryan, I said, yo, bro, they saying I got a crew. I said, yo, it look more real with my people behind. I said, who they got playing my crew? So he said, that's not really knowing me as the casting agency. I said, who the fuck is the cat? He give me them, he's some people in Philly. I call them, act like I'm my manager. I ain't on this, manager.
I love this.
I got over 30 people paid on that movie. Everybody behind me really pray with me, really with me. I got Muhammad. I got Muhammad from Beirut with me. I got Shank from Century with me.
I got faces I saw.
Brothers. I got Liddy from the P with me. Like I got the real guys with me who never did. Like yo, y'all. I was calling niggas like yo, y'all want to be in this Rocky movie? Niggas like hell yeah. Like you know what I mean? And I got everybody paid. My little sister, even on the scene where like they waiting to get into the concert, that whole line is my block. Everybody got
so you housed that whole scene,
that whole situation, like wanting for your brother what you want for yourself. Right. I made it art moment.
So you got
even the nigga, they had a nigga there to cut my hair. I said, yo, bro, I can't go on camera with no cut for this whole nigga. No, my barber right here,
right here.
And they like, well, no, he's not Hollywood and short. Listen, man, I ain't filming with no cut from Wolf.
Right.
But for me, it was big for my barber to be able to say.
I cut that
man here. Right, you got advertising.
I got the illest outline in movie history. I got a real Philly cut. Because even Michael B. Barber was Kenny Duncan, a legend from Philly. Right. But Kenny Duncan was instructed to cut his hair kind of dull, so he didn't really get the Philly cut. Right. Shank the Barber gave me the
You was lined up,
crazy. But let me go back to the second thing is how I got this part was I go back to being blackballed in Philly. Because I had to travel, one of my big stomping grounds in Florida, I went to the Bay a lot. I went to Cali a lot. Cali took to me early in my career. I was out there with Nip in 09 when none of y'all knew who Nip was. Right. You know, with the hood and all that. But long story short, Ryan Coogler and his brother being from the Bay was big Tone Trump fans. So when he got the job to do direct Creed, the brother wrote me in the movie.
Damn,
wrote me in the movie.
It's heard, man.
Damn.
So when I first like something Mike Fazio, man. Mike Fazio was a white boy who played an instrumental role in this whole Tone Trump brand. When I was heavy in the streets, he gave me a safe haven to record at his house free. He showed me the internet. A little white Italian kid who was in school, who was just a fan of my swag. I was always, even when I was trapping, I was always different. I was always just a live nigga. But long story short, Fazio called me. He's like, yo, they looking for you for this Rocky movie. And I'm like, I'm thinking, shit all played out, whatever. I'm like, real, man.
No, they come back.
Shit come back real. So when I go down there, my wife takes me down there, I'm thinking I gotta try out for the joint. When I go in, the first thing I noticed, they had this board with pictures on there. I see Michael B. Jordan, I see the girl Tessa playing this girl, I see Andre Ward, I see Tone Trump on the board. I called my babe, she in the I'm like, I think I got this shit already. I'm like, they got it. She's like, well, bird. So she, you know, women, shut up, get off your phone, pay attention, now you don't know what you're talking about. All right, nigga, I hang up. The nigga Ryan Coogler come right out. I'm all nervous, I can study all night, the dumbass lines they had written for me. He like, yo, man, I'm just hoping you would do it. I'm like, nigga. Another thing I did in the movie, the cheesesteak scene was supposed to be somewhere else. And I told him, I said, man, y'all got to do that. Tone Trump. The rappers outside with the oils and all that. That was
what they was gonna do.
They was gonna do one of them Genos and them shit. Even if you look at the part, yo, when the boy take my picture in the movie, you'll hear him say, "There you go, Aki." He not Muslim. You know why he did that? Because of my unapologetic to be a Muslim.
Here you go,
Here you go, Aki. Me throwing West up in the joint. That was intentional, so I could say I threw West up in that movie. That's intentions. You know, as Muslims, we supplicate. I was seeing Creed before it came out. Even and then back to the punch and say, I let that go punch you like that. I could give you 100,000 reasons why I let punch you like that.
100,000 reasons.
This building is why I let punch you like that.
I'm messing with you. I told you.
Shout out to my Mesquite walls, you know, Barik and Rain that did my walls. That's why I let that nigga throw that switch like that.
That's right.
And look, I asked the nigga, it was so funny you said that dude, because I thought about my niggas in jail, right? I swear to God, bro.
Did you see Liddy City?
I bet.
The joint we put together.
Of course I did. Of course I did.
I got banged in the joint.
That's my shit. That's my shit actually. I love that movie.
Yeah, I got hit. You know, I named the joint, I wrote half this. That was my
So
idea.
you worse than me. You wrote yourself this shot. If I wrote Creed, I would have ducked that shit and tore him up.
No, because everybody
yourself.
asked me to watch. They said, why you, my young like, why you let boy shoot you? Right?
Man, you know what? I'm gonna watch that tonight.
But my joint was this. I wanted to bring that message all the way home about how the youngins didn't be having respect for the elders, and also and also how the elders be underestimating that shit and thinking they got the respect and how it can turn out. Cause he banged me because I tried a young boy. If you peep it, go back to night and peep it. I was young boy.
Same reason a lot of these old heads get knocked off. Leave these kids alone, man.
I'm telling
my
you.
young bulls ain't trying to hear none of them black history stories of what you did in the 80s.
I was young boy. And that's why I let it play out like that.
A real lesson.
Put a message out there.
It's on time. That's right.
Yeah.
It's real right.
Yeah, but he teasing me about getting punched for 6 figures.
And he
And I got tapped out.
He got his ass. No, but shout out to Ryan Coogler. Like, being in that movie changed my life. Being in that movie did so many different. There's still things happening in my life.
Listen, we write the joint. We write the joint right now, and I'm gonna pitch to you. I want you to be there.
Show up.
Have
Your people call my people.
Yeah, and we figure it out. The joint is we do that all type of shit. So we gonna build.
We locked in, man. I gotta get out of here soon, but we gonna work. We gonna keep working.
Poison shit.
I don't got one. You got one. We do a joint called Pick Your Poison.
Let me take the movies off, put the products on.
You gotta make sure.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna let the ladies look in the eyes. I'm gonna let the ladies
Get
We're in deep water sometimes, right? You know what I mean? We all swam through deep, muddy water before, right?
Yes, sir.
Take this here mud, right? Life for some could be a long time of Irish poor struggle, right?
Mine was like that.
And for some, life can be a very short time of over the top everything, all the extras. What do you think is the most, how can I say, the most
Rewarding.
the most fulfilling, right? What would be the most beneficial for the family, for the offspring? For you to have longevity, fucked up, have a short ride over the top.
Pick Your Poison.
Pick Your Poison.
I believe as a Muslim, as a praying, striving, and flawed Muslim, I believe the law is with the patient. So I'm gonna pick the struggles. When you say that, I equate it to like a lot of my elders who I seen go down for life, for being out here. You know, when you look back at some of our, when we look at the biggest that ever did it from our city, a lot of those guys had, a couple summers of, being on top, and then they trade that in for the rest of your life. I talk to people, I talk to kingpins, like, I talk to guys that was out here really getting it, millionaires. Wallahi, like one of my brothers, he said, bro, if I could go back, I wouldn't go near a drug. So I feel like, you talk to some of the kingpins, they would rather be out here, sweeping outside of a daycare.
Doing it the long way.
Doing it the long way. So for me, I'm gonna go, subtle. You see subtle on my wall, right?
My granddaughter named Subtle.
You know what I'm saying? Remain patient, subtle, man. Remain patient. The law is truly with the patient. Like when you rush, you mess up. Even if you rush leaving the house, you leave shit. You know what I mean?
Take your time. He typed me up on this, right? Cause I be straddling the fence sometimes, right? And that's the bullshit fitting in me, right?
Me too.
Lawmakers,
me too. And me.
Right, but my man, he typed me up on this tip here, right? If it's about the family, right? What they want to be with you for a long time? Check it out.
It depends.
No. They ain't been golden egg. I ain't laid yet. That's just you personally. You get the long time. But what they get is all the opportunity to get that up top money. See, we ain't speak what they got. We spoke on us. We get the longevity. But our offspring, they get all the opportunity.
They get the fruits.
And they reward us.
Well, I mean, ain't
That's
that
one jeweler laid on me, and I think I'm a jeweler.
Ain't that? I like that. I'm gonna take that jeweler, I feel like this. I feel like this, man. You know, that's a good joint, man. You gave me something to think about. But for me, it's like everything I'm doing now. I told somebody, I was talking to the sister the other day, and I said I'm working on deals right now for my grandkids that I ain't had yet.
Right.
I'm working right now. My youngest son that dude Jalil, he's 7. Like I'm literally, wallahi, I'm working on deals. And me. I'm working on deals right now. I'm working on deals right now for his children. You know what I'm saying? Like I work on deals now. I just did my first deal where I took equity over upfront money, and that's the first time I did it.
In the back end, right?
On the back end. You know what I'm saying?
How old are you, man?
I'm younger than you probably think.
You under 45 or over 35?
I'm over 35.
You talking like
I'm over 35.
Speaking like
I'm younger. I'm way younger than 45.
He's an old man.
But listen,
I see it.
Shout out to all my elders. Shout out to my homie, because my homie was a real one. My homie, everything I know, I give credit. Like you know, from my love of God, my love of prayer. My homie didn't allow us to be tattletale. She didn't allow us to be pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why when you talk about
raise you good stuff.
Yeah, when you raise like I'll just give you real quick before I leave. I was born on 49th and Hoops, and to give you an idea, you know,
murder block.
Let me tell you. So in elementary school,
let me tell you something.
Hey, Cat-Eye Charlie in there on Hoop Street.
You better believe. You better believe. Free Malik Hood. That's one of my elders. Free Hood.
Yeah, I was up the way.
But listen, they used to say on the loudspeaker at the end of the day in school, I'll never forget this. Imagine being 9 years old, and they say to all the children, do not walk through 49th and Hoops. So psychologically, what that does to you,
When I'm Hoops.
I lived there. I didn't have no fucking choice. I lived 4933 Hoops Street. So that block they tell us don't go to, I gotta go home.
You gotta go there.
I gotta go home. So just think what was going on that block for them to even say that.
Wow.
But for me being a kid, when I'm looking at, I never forget little Mikey coming through the block and the Mickey TG. I never forget paddles in that burgundy 745.
No paddles.
I no paddle. I never forget Brock in that little blue Benz. For me, that meant more to me than any fucking thing Randall Cunningham or Charles Barkley could ever do. Because
you right there.
I can see them there.
I can touch.
I'm watching paddles park that ball, I don't give a fuck what Allen Iverson is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so that's why when people see me wear the rollie and do the things I do, I got a bag somewhere in here with 100,000 miles of jewelry. You know why? Not even that. It's not for that no more, because I'm over all this shit. But when I go in them schools, and I go to the masses, and I go to that prison, there you go. I told them young boys when I went up to State Road the other day, I said, man, you niggas won't even believe what I'm headed for dinner tonight. Because when I was young, I didn't know, like, you know, like my brother who just left, he did 10 years. He in LA with me eating charred fucking octopus. He called it grilled. I said, no, it's charred.
That's charred, dude. Good money. Let him know what it is.
I said, no, bro, it's charred, bro. That's that charred octopus. You know what I'm saying? But they try to keep that from us. So for my babies, not just my kids, because my baby, like the young brother y'all saw that I hired today.
That was a good one.
Getting a job right in front of y'all.
Right.
I don't got to nigga, you hot. Come on for you work. You see what I'm saying?
Listen.
Hey, Trump, where they engrave your name, baby?
This your man, She. We signing up.
Hey, listen, man, we're big Trump. 2 point, right?
And we ain't talking about Donald Trump.
Don't
get that twisted.
Nah, shout to him too, though, man. Free the big homie.
You know, we keep it even to the point. But I'm gonna tell y'all one more time. Like and subscribe, man.
Like and subscribe.
And push this shit
comment
forward, man.
and share.
Yo, this is what I want y'all to do too. My supporters. I want y'all, because I know all my supporters want to step up. I want y'all to leave a comment, salamming these Muslims, and let them know the top support y'all here. Support the 2 The Point. This is family right here, man. Oh, yeah, I'm the
family now.
Believe that we locked in, man.
Locked in.
Shout out to the whole P2, man.
Waiting for a while, man. Waiting for a while, bro.
Man, the one you love me for, make this platform the biggest in the world. The second biggest in the world. I gotta hit number 1. But we in this together.
We know we win
out.
Right here, check 2. Check 1. I'm vet from where they only respect guns, and you ain't got a wreck chase to catch one. Pups get prepped for they fresh off the step run. School 'em on how to pitch and fetch, calling your stepson. Check 2, this the shit the vets do. Outlet to the plug, you the plug that's next to. Bring your friend, your boy get your bent to a boss. I toss the rest to the plug that wet you. Getting your checks in order, well here's a lesson for you.